It's Toma time! What is going on, guys? Toma Tales here, and today I'm back at it, helping the young youth, helping people my age who are stuck, wondering what they're doing in their lives, and being content. Now, I love this word. Content is one of my favorite words to describe probably more than half of the population, and what it means is you're satisfied with basically doing the bare minimum, getting through life but not living life. And so that's sort of the topic today, is mostly being content in your life in terms of working. Now, if you are young such as me, in your 20s, late teens, the biggest thing you need to figure out is, what are you going to do with your life? Now, instead of society giving you a really nice start to that, society basically, they grab you while you're young. What I mean by that is, instead of them giving you what you need to understand what you want to do in your life, they basically provide you with jobs that have no impact on your life and only help the corporation. And that's talking about, for example, you're 18 years old and you just need some side money, so you work at Chick-fil-A or something. Now, there's no problem with that. That is a really good avenue to make money and have a little, side hustle to support whatever you want to do, like play video games, buy a PlayStation, whatever. But what young people such as myself get messed up in that situation is you don't treat it as what it should be, a part-time fling. We don't treat it as a part-time thing that has no value to us and we're gonna get rid of as soon as we find the better thing, or as soon as we get bored of it or don't want to do it anymore. That's how a Chick-fil-A job should be. But you're told you're frowned upon for quitting a job. You're frowned upon for looking for the next better thing. You're frowned upon if you say, yeah, I've only been working here for like a month, or you can't keep a job more than 2 months. Society is structured to trap us young people who are supposed to do great things in life, but we get stuck working at Chick-fil-A, at McDonald's, at Burger King, and then all of our plans go out the window. Now, I used to be in that category. I used to work at a grocery store for 3 years, and within that time of working there, I got really, really wrapped up, and I lost focus of my life. I started slaving for the corporation's life, thinking I matter, thinking this helps my life, but it doesn't. And I realized that, and one day I just started thinking outside the box, like, man, I'm really just like working in a store with fluorescent lights, no nature. I'm not in tune with who I should be. I'm not in tune with nature. And I would just constantly think, in the beginning of working there, I remember telling my friends, dude, actually I could do this for a long time. I could make a career out of this. I could move up in the ranks. I could become an assistant manager. I could become a manager. It's easy living. It's comfortable. It's content. And I would tell them that, and I was in this mindset that you are probably in right now of why not make a career out of this? It's easy. It pays the bills, and I can get through life. But that's not living life. That's getting through life. That's not being happy. That's being content. And so one day, I just went up to a few of my coworkers that worked at this grocery store and I asked them, hey man, how long do you plan on still working here? Because they've been working here for a few years already. And I asked them, how long do you plan on working here? Do you want to perhaps work here for a long, long time? And all of them were like, yeah man, honestly, I'm probably going to work here for the rest of my life, another 10 years. It's comfortable, and yeah, I'm probably going to work here for a long time. And those responses, and everyone answered the same. They're yeah, I'll probably be working here for a long time. And those responses from my coworkers just put this thought in my head of, we put on this earth to work at a grocery store. And I'm not saying this in a judgmental way towards those people. It just made me feel sad. It made me look at these people who have such beautiful hearts, who have such good intentions, and who all they want to do is take care of themselves and their family. And they do it through working at perhaps a grocery store. And it just made me wonder that, am I put on this earth to work at a grocery store? No, 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 and no. I cannot do this, and I will not let this happen. And I don't want you guys to fall in this trap of being content, going through every week thinking this job's not the best, I'm not per se happy, but it's paying the bills and it's, you know, letting me get through my life. But that's not you living your life, and I don't want you to get stuck inside of that. Don't ever think you need to stay at a job. So many people are scared to quit. So many people are scared to move on and find a better thing. Fear is what they control us with, and the fear of quitting is so great that a lot of people just stay put. Do not fear quitting right now. If you're working at a job that has no value to you and it only has a value to the corporation per se, you're helping them out. You're not gonna ever, you're not gonna ever become like a manager at Chick-fil-A or something. And if you do, that shouldn't be your goal in life. I mean, it could be if you have nothing else going on, but let's just say, you work at a business and obviously you're just doing it to get by. You're never gonna have value to the business in terms of you actually meaning something. You're just another number to them. And so you need to think right now, are you one of those people that work at like a Chick-fil-A and obviously you have no intentions of making that a career? You need to figure out what you want to do right now, and don't be scared of quitting. Quitting is the best thing you can do. Like, if you quit, the world opens up to you. It's like you're stuck right now at your job and everything's closed in. You're like, oh shit, I gotta work. What else am I gonna do? You can't do anything else. The world is away. It's like you're living on an island, a deserted island, and it's work. And so if you quit, the whole world opens up. It's like you move back into reality, into what your life can be. And if you don't do that, you're just gonna be stuck in that cycle that I was stuck in for 3 years, working at a grocery store, thinking, hey, this is easy, why not just do it? But don't you want to be great in life? Like, don't you want to achieve something that makes you proud of yourself? Because I know that job doesn't make you proud. They might say, good job today, Timmy. They might say, good job today, man. I appreciate your service. But come tomorrow, you quit, they'll have someone else. But if you work there for the rest of your life, that's all you have. They have numbers behind them. They can get anyone they want. But you only have yourself. And if you don't prioritize yourself, it sucks to just see like a 40-year-old man and he works so hard every day, so hard. You can just tell, like, for example, you go to get some food and you see this guy with his, just like, that hardworking American. You just look at him and you're like, man, that guy is going through hell just to provide for his family. What sacrifices this man is making. And I just have so much respect for you, but I don't want you as a young man to turn into that man who is slaving his life just to make ends meet, because it's not a good life. It's a life where you're just on commercial break throughout every day, throughout every week. You're not actually living your life. You're on a commercial break. You're just doing what you have to do to get by. And I don't want you to live like that, because I've done it and it's just not right. And I know people who are living it right now, and they're not doing what they should be doing because they are occupied by commercial breaks, which is a part-time job. Do not turn that part-time job that you went in thinking, I'm just going to do it to make some quick cash, into a full-time job. Do not ever do that, please. No matter how easy it is, no matter how comfortable it is, there's always greatness awaiting you. This world is so big, and a lot of you are not taking the advantage, the opportunity to achieve greatness, to do what you want to do, what makes you happy. No part-time job makes you happy unless it's your own job that you created, your own business, something that you like to do. And so I want to help you guys, and I hope these words, help you in understanding that job at a grocery store, that job at Chick-fil-A, that job is meaningless. It is nothing. It is created by someone else for someone else's gain, not your own gain. The quick cash is just quick cash. Money is not that important. Like, it is important, but I want to ask you this question. Would you rather be rich and have no impact on this world and just live a meaningless life with money? Or would you rather have an impact on this world where you challenge yourself and per se you don't have the most money, but you made a real impact on thousands of people's lives? I personally am choosing to make an impact on thousands of people's lives because, I don't need a shit ton of money to be happy. I'm super happy in my life right now, and I just work 2-3 times a week and understand that job is just there so I can do this YouTube. A job is supposed to be there as a side thing to support your main goal. And a lot of you let the side thing become the main thing. And with women, don't let the side piece become your main piece, because she has side piece tendencies. That's why she was a side piece. And the same thing with your job. Do not let that side job that you got to boost your career. For example, you started a job at Zaxby's, and you strictly got that job to support your music career, to buy new instruments, to buy a new camera for your YouTube. But then that side job, you fell in love with the money and the easy life of just making money. You turn it to a full-time job, and now you're not supporting your main goal anymore. You lost focus. And you need to get back on track right now. This is your sign. And as I say at the end of my videos, you don't need to idolize me. You don't need to look up to me. You don't need to look up to what I'm saying. You just need to think of these words, let them vibrate throughout your head, and when you think about what I'm saying, it'll allow you to do better. It'll allow you to, reciprocate my thoughts into your actions. You don't need to put a face on my words. You just need to think about bettering yourself, and with bettering yourself and trying to accomplish what you set in day one before you got that job, what you really wanted to do, it'll just reciprocate. My words will reciprocate. And so I'm here as just trying to speak words into your existence and create a better life for you, because as you know, a lot of young people are just living the rat race life. I'd say 80% of the people is just working at a job that was created by someone else for their own gain, and you're just another person. And it's sad. Like, you can work somewhere for 5 years and put all you have into that job, sacrifice your career, your goals, your ambitions, and one day you decide to quit, and you might get a cake on your way out, or thank you for your service, and maybe a little bit of $3,000 in stocks investments or something. And that's not the way to go. The only value you can have in a business is a number, and if you create something better for yourself, you are your own reward. Don't let someone else tell you what you did today. Tell yourself what you did today. And that's really all I have to say today, guys. I hope I inspired you, I motivated you, I gave you some insight on not being stuck in that life you're living with that job that is just a paycheck to you. Always focus on what you want to do, what makes you happy, not the money aspect of things. And yeah, Tomatales, toodaloo.